Naspers is a multinational media giant with stakes in internet businesses in emerging markets, pay TV and print media. And I know you're going to be as enthusiastic about this one.
Indeed. It's a fabulous thing that here in our market we can access this particular company. We've talked about its assets. Its most important one for this conversation is its stake in Tencent. Why? Because Tencent owns the third largest messaging platform, which is called WeChat.
Right, so we've spoken about Tencent being the major underpin. Often we say that you get the rump for free if you look at valuation. That makes sense. Market cap here, 795.7 billion rand. PE of 105 and a dividend yield of 0.2. I think you just love these PEs at astronomical levels.
Nice and high. Look, this one just had its results yesterday, so we were able to refresh those numbers, and that's where you get the 105. That's a $60 billion company. So remember, I like league tables, so we've gone from $240 billion, Facebook, quite a big jump down, it must be said, to 60-something. At 700 odd billion rands. That's the conversion back into dollars.
You mentioned their results out yesterday. Did you catch the Bob van Dijk interview on CNBC Africa?
Yes. Interesting that he's based in Netherlands, but he comes across well, very solid, very thorough. Remember, lots of their assets are all over the show, and they've got a big push in e-commerce and classifieds, which is headquartered in the European market.
There is our share price graph.
Yeah. Stretching again for the 2000 mark. But let's talk about WeChat. Because the three major messaging platforms in the world are WhatsApp, we mentioned, Facebook Messenger, which is, we didn't even really mention it at all, but it's also got like 400 million users, and then WeChat. Why does WeChat have so many people? Because they are based in China. 500 million users on WeChat. What is WeChat? Well, it's very similar to WhatsApp. And it's got a few more features. You can share photos and so on and so forth. The reason it's got a dominant position in China is because China, remember, doesn't allow Mr. Facebook to be there. And, you know, that's a problem in some respects for users in the West because they don't like the idea the Chinese government is snooping your conversation. But Chinese people don't care.
But you can't not have exposure to the Chinese consumer story.
Exactly. And everything I said about corporate and official users paying in order to have access to people on these things is true in China. So like the Chinese people who do licensing, Chinese companies that are branded goods sellers, KFC in China, Starbucks in China, they pay in order to have people follow them in WeChat, and then you can sign up for certain services and you can subscribe for certain notifications and specials and that kind of thing. So that is the revenue flow for Tencent, and we can see just how big a contributor to Naspers' numbers Tencent has become.
Can we call this one a hot or not based on the social media element WeChat?
Yes, I think you absolutely can. I mean, your point earlier about how in some senses if you buy Naspers, you're getting everything for free applies in the opposite direction too. You can say, well, what is the broadcast multi-choice business worth? A packet, clearly with, you know, however many it is, 10, 12 million customers in Africa. You can add up all of those e-commerce businesses and arrive at a pretty good valuation, and then you get the WeChat business for nothing. I mean, it's just a formidable player, and like I said at the beginning of the conversation, we're extremely lucky and happy that this opportunity is here. There's nothing at all on our local market that gives you anything significant in this social media work, but Naspers does.
It's hot.
It's a must-have. It's an absolute no-brainer in South African portfolios. Got to own Naspers.